welcome back to the channel. So today I have my completed pages for November for you. So I'm going to move this stack of books that I have here and we'll get into the video. So first we have Spirit Animals by Hannah Carlson. Now I did attempt ages ago to do this page, but I cannot remember the browns that I used, so I've rubbed it out as best as I can and I'm going to re-tackle this page in the new year. So it's not that one that I've completed. I was actually wanting to test out my Black Widows on this paper. So this is the image. I'm going to switch the flash off and then show you without the flash on. Okay, so you can kind of see it a bit better now without the flash. So yeah, this is Hannah Carlson's Spirit Animals, and for this little bow here, like I said, I was testing out my Black Widows. So I used Black Widow pencils, I used a beauty glazed eyeshadow for the background there. Hopefully you can see that. And to do the dots I just used my electric eraser to rub those out. And then for the gold I used a Uniball Signo sparkling gold gel pen. So very, very easy little page. I did this towards the end of November, and yeah, so that is that page. And then we also have this one. So let me zoom you in. Hopefully you can see that okay. So because I liked the way the Black Widows performed, I flicked to the next page and was like, oh, I'll have a play around and do a little bit more on this page as well. So I started this on the 30th of November and technically finished it on the 4th of December. So it's technically should be in my December pages, but because I started it in November, I've included it in this one. Again, Black Widow pencils, the Uniball Signo sparkling gold gel pen, Arteza Glitter Plus, I'm going to stop talking, the Arteza Glitter Plus gel pens, and some white jelly roll. So I'm going to bring this in to show you. So there's that Uniball gold again and some of the Arteza Glitter Plus gel pens. And yep, it was just Black Widow pencils. I did write my combinations down as a reference and taped them in. So yeah, that is that page as well. Next we have 125 Mandalas Colouring Book for Adults Deluxe Edition. This was sent to me by Special Art, and I've decided to theme the mandalas in here. For any of you that have seen one of my other mandala books, those are all going to be Disney themed, and this one is Marvel themed. So I made some colour palettes. Don't worry, I am still going to make the colour palette video. I've just got so many videos to make at the moment, but I will get around to it. So I made some colour palettes, and the first one I did was one of my favourite Marvel films, which is Guardians of the Galaxy. So those are the colours that I used, and the pens that I used were Olique Joy Wish markers. And I started and finished this on the 16th of November. So that's how the colour palette came out as a mandala. Really happy with that. And then back here I've got this page ready for Thor Ragnarok. But these won't be in December. I've also printed off Shang-Chi, which is the newest, well, one of the newest Marvel films, and the first Iron Man. So they will be fun to experiment with. Next we have A Million Cute Animals by Lulu Mayo. And I think this was my first page done in here. So there it is. And originally this did have a white background, but I decided to try and be clever and do a technique that I used to do in scrapbooking, only it went horribly wrong, and because I used Crayola Super Tips as a base, it started lifting the Crayola Super Tip up because they're water based and I used water, so I had to rescue that. And then I decided just to black Posca the whole background because I'd ruined it, and then put these swirly bits and dots on. So it doesn't look too bad, but I do think it looked better how it was before I wrecked it. So for this, as I said, I use Crayola Super Tips as a base. I use Castle Art pencils, Artworks pencils, Art Studio watercolours, which is this metallic down here, and Clearo Paradise set of watercolours, which is also some of this, and there's parts of the image. I'm not sure which parts that I used. I think it may have been these that I used the Clearo on, the blue bits. And also Jelly Roll White to do the little doodles in the background. But I do believe, oh no, it's my second image in this book. This was my first one. I love these Lulu Mayo books, they're so adorable. So yep, that was that one. And that was completed on the 19th of November, if I didn't already say. Next we have Daisy Joy Mermaid colouring book. Some of you may know my mum was down for 2.5 weeks or so, and I decided to finally try a split colour. So I got my mum to pick the book, and we just did the first page in here. I cut the page in half, gave my mum this half, and I coloured this half. We used the Arteza brush markers, the Tropical Tones set. Let's bring that up to show you. So my mum went to town with the glitter on the tail and I used some on the tortoise here. The tortoise kind of reminded me, I don't know whether you know the book When You're a Child, there's a book called The Rainbow Fish or something, and because I'd used like the blue and the purple, it inspired me to make it look like the rainbow fish. So that is that. What else did we use? So we started and finished it on the 18th of November. I used Stickles Twinkle, apparently. I think, oh, that was on the bubbles, I think. Or was that Jelly Roll? I don't know where I used the Stickles. Jelly Roll Stardust in Clear, that's what I used to colour over the bubbles. Arteza Glitter Plus gel pens in there, which is for the tail. And I think Mum used some in her hair as well. And a white Posca pen. So yeah, that is our split colour buddy colour page. Me and my mum. And I need to date that actually, so I will leave that slip in there. I like to keep all my pages dated. Next we have Cupcakes colouring book by Coco Wayo, and I was actually finishing this page or working on this page during a live stream, so if you haven't seen that, feel free to go back and check it out. So here is my page. Let's bring you in a little bit. My sharpener is actually getting in the way. There we go. Okay, so for this one I used Oleep Joy Wish markers, Jelly Roll Stardust in clear, Pentel Jewel Metallic in silver, Arteza Glitter Plus gel pens, Spectrum Noir pencils, Castle Art pencils and Artworks pencils. So basically I was just having fun, and because my Castle Art pencils, I only have the one small tin, so occasionally I like to get them out and use those, and I usually use them in conjunction with the one set of Colour Blend Spectrum Noir pencils that I have. So what colours aren't in here, some of them are in here, and then I think there was still some colours I needed, so I went to my 72 set of Artworks. Yep, the cherry is all sparkly, as are the bubbles and the stars, etc. And yeah, I had a galaxy theme that I wanted to do this cupcake in for some reason. Look how cute these are. But yeah, that's my galaxy inspired cupcake. Started on the 21st and finished on the 23rd, if I didn't already say. This one I'm kind of calling a loss, I guess. Basically I started it months ago when I was in the mood to colour a gnome. I did the base for it with every intention on coming back and doing the shading, but I just never reached for it again. I just didn't feel it anymore. So basically all I did was added some white Posca to some of the berries to give them a highlight and a little bit on the lady gnome, and I called it done because I have no intentions on shading this page. So that is that one, and that is from 50 Lovely Gnomes by Camellia Angel Cova. This isn't my favourite of hers, don't get me wrong, some of the images are adorable. I guess I'm not a gnome person, but I'll still do some more of them in here obviously. But I think that was my second one in here. Where was my first one? There it is, that was my first one. So yeah. This is the other mandala book that I was referring to. This is 150 mandalas adult colouring book by Creative Mandala. And this is my Chunky Monkey book and my Disney inspired mandalas book. So for this one we did this image of Dumbo, and I'm really pleased with how I matched the colours up again. I used Ohuhu brush markers, and these are the colours that I used should you wish to like take note of them if you want to do this colour palette. I started it and finished it on the 11th of November. So I'll bring it up for a closer view. Nothing sparkly, nothing special, just a straight coloured mandala inspired by this Dumbo image that Miss Lynn picked. So that is that one. I think I still have some, where are they? Here they are. I still have some printouts in here. So I've got another Dumbo. Then I've got some Halloween ones which I may not get around to doing until next year now. And then this one. But I do want to print off some Disney Christmas colour palettes for this, so hopefully we will get around to that. Next we have Princess Colouring Book by Colourquestopia, and this is one of their larger print ones, so they're bigger spaces to colour. And for this one, I think I did this or started it in a live stream and completely changed their colour scheme because I like to be a rebel. Because when I saw this picture, I saw the Disney Castle and Princess Aurora, I believe, Sleeping Beauty. I'm not like knowledgeable on my Disney princesses, or not all of them anyway. So I started this on the 24th of the 11th, so 24th of November on a late night live stream. And I think I finished it on the 26th. I put a question mark on my post-it note. I used Ohuhu brush markers and Zebra Doodler's black glitter gel pen because I get the white line books. I prefer to colour the black lines in myself with the glitter gel pen. So there is our princess, and it looks like the next one might be Ariel inspired. So, ooh. Okay. Next we have Chibi Girls. This is volume 1, anime colour by number by Colourquestopia. This was also started on a late night live stream, and I did make a mistake with the colours, but for the most part I was sticking to their colour palette for this one. I used Ohuhu brush markers, Jelly Roll White in the 1.0. That was just to add some dots to her eyes because I changed her eyes around, I think. Zebra Doodler's black glitter gel pen for the background again, for the lines. So that is our Chibi Girl. And our next one in here is this one. And I can already see I'm going to have to play around with her eyes because they look a bit creepy. But yeah, other than that, they are adorable. It's just the eyes. Okay, coming to the end now, we have this one and one more. This is Chibi Girls Volume 2, colour by number for adults by Colourquestopia. And this too was done on a late night live stream on the 27th of November, and I finished it off camera the next day in my own time. And again, Ohuhu brush markers and Zebra Doodler's black glitter gel pen. And when I finished her, she kind of reminds me of Dora the Explorer. So I'm going to call her Dora. But I had a lot of fun colouring this one. I changed some of the colours around, like for the elephant I gave him pink ears. So yeah, just feel free to have fun with these pages. Just because they put the colours here doesn't mean you have to use those. You can use any colours you wish. And our next one is a mermaid. So maybe another Ariel inspired one. And then last, but by no means least, we have Christmas Traditions. This is Colouring Heaven collection by Fabiana Attanasio. Usually I don't buy these red foiled ones unless I really like them, because obviously they're not included with the subscription and they are a bit more on the pricier side. They are £6.90. So, but I love Fabiana Attanasio's work and I wanted to do some of the images in here. So I picked this one and I started this when I was on holiday. Let's zoom you out a bit. So, I haven't written down anything I used, so I'm going to have to try and remember off the top of my head. It's all straight colouring, there's no pencil shading on this anywhere. I used Arteza Tropical Tones, the 36 brush markers. And then I think when I got home I used different stickles, so I think this is the Twinkle or Icicle Stickles. I don't think the camera's really picking that up. Hang on, bear with me. I'm going to bring you guys down so I can see what I'm doing. You can kind of pick it up a little bit. For some reason, when that stickles goes down, it ends up making yellow splotches on my page. I don't know why, as you can see. The snow I did with watercolour, I think. So I did a combination of pink, blue, and maybe a little bit of yellow, which is how I usually do my snow. And then I also used Arteza Glitter Plus gel pens, as you can see, scattered everywhere. So yeah, that is my page in Christmas Traditions by Fabiana Attanasio, and it was around the middle of the month when I started it. So yeah, that is all of my completed pages for the month of November. If you haven't already, I would really appreciate a thumbs up for the channel. And if you haven't already, subscribe. We are so close to our 1,000. Until my next video, take care, happy colouring. Love you guys.